What's up, divas, and what's up, divos? It's your girl April, and today is time for real talk. So in case I look a little drowsy, I've taken some Claritin. The allergies, or rather my allergies out here in Arizona, are killing me right about now. Even though it did say non-drowsy, it gives me like this weird feeling, and I'm not sure if it's because I took that along with a couple hours after that, but prior to that, excuse me, I took a hydroxycut pill to help me lose some weight and boost my metabolism. And then like 4 hours later, I drank a detox tea. So I'm not really sure what's going on right now. Am I overdosing? I'm not overdosing, but I'm really not feeling that great, and my allergies are like kicking my ass. I really thought that the Claritin D would help, because both of my eyes were so runny today. They just kept watering and watering, and now opposed to that, just one of them is watering, and it's always watering, and it's ruining my makeup, so I have to keep constantly touching up my eyeliner. But other than that, I will be just fine. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review on Julia Virgin Hair, which is an Aliepress store, which my actual weave hair caught on fire. There was a lot of comments regarding that, so I do apologize if I have not touched back with you guys. I just want you to really see something important. And if you haven't seen that video, I will post it down below for you guys so that you can take a look at it. But just be aware of all the different vendors that you find on AliExpress, eBay, Alibaba, even your local beauty salons, or just American vendors as well, because that hair doesn't come from America, as we all know that. It does come from overseas. So you have to be very careful with any hair you buy from anyone. I don't really care if it's around the corner. You really need to be aware of it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if not, make sure you check it out. Other than that, things in my life are going great. You know, I am almost done. April 22nd, I have to call the courts so I can hurry up and almost be finished. Of course, my soon-to-be ex-husband is texting dumb things to me, talking about I love you, and nobody has time for that, okay? Just please stop. Nobody has time for that. So anyway, if you're interested in doing a Real Talk segment, or you want me to do a Real Talk segment for you, you can go ahead and email me at MuffinIsMyLovers2012@gmail.com and put in the subject line Real Talk, and I'll get back to you. So yes, we will all give you our dish. We will give you the tea on what we feel was going on with you. Now, I do have quite a few Real Talk sessions to get to, so if I haven't gotten to yours yet, please keep in mind that, you know, I am doing them as we go weekly. So let's get into this Real Talk right now. Okay guys, so we're gonna call this lady Jada. Let's call her Jada. Hey girl, first I'd like to say I love your videos, especially the Real Talk ones. I'm 19, turning 20 this year. I'm from Australia and have been watching your videos for years now, like 3 to 4 years. Okay, so about a month ago, I had hooked up with this boy. He's 18. I've known this boy since I was 13. We went to primary school and high school together. But after I finished high school, I moved 6 hours away and only recently moved back. It started with him inboxing me on Facebook, asking to catch up because we had not seen each other. Oh, excuse me. It started with him inboxing me on Facebook, asking to catch up because we had seen each other at the shops that day, but only briefly. So I said, yeah, sure, why not? So after he had went to the gym, he picked me up. We drove around, got something to eat, then we went back to his place. I had no intentions of doing anything sexual because I had known him for so long. Anyway, we were kicking back, talking. He then asked me if I was a virgin. I laughed and said no. Why are you? I asked. He said no, but I've only been with 2 girls. And I was like, cool. Then it went silent. So I guess that was the awkward moment. It went silent, and then he said to me, would you tell anyone if we did it? I was shocked and speechless at first because I'd never thought of him like that. But I will admit he had gotten a lot more attractive. So I said, no, I won't. And he said, me neither. So we did it and swore not to tell anyone, especially any of our friends. Then he dropped me home. A week had gone by and I hadn't heard from him at all. And I thought I'd send him a message on Facebook to see what he was doing, only to find out he blocked me. I was so confused. What had I done wrong? I didn't blow up his phone with texts and phone calls after we hooked up, and I definitely hadn't told anyone. It played on my mind constantly for weeks. Then one night, one of the boys, a mutual friend, came up to me and said, "Did you hook up with Jacko?" I immediately became furious. I wanted to punch him fair in his face. So I asked him where he heard it from. He said Jacko. He had told me a couple weeks after and I'm just making up his name because that was the only name that came to my mind. He told me a couple of weeks after we hooked up. To this day, I'm still mad and confused. I don't know what to do. I see him around but don't know what to say. How can I stop this feeling? I feel like it's my fault that this all happened. Guilt, anger, and confusion all in one. Sorry if this was too long, but I just had to get this off my chest. And you always have good advice, and thank you. Jada. So, Jada hooked up with a longtime friend that she knew from back in primary school, which is, you know, public school, elementary, or what have you. And they met each other at the shop that day and exchanged Facebook information. Hooked up later on that evening, went back to his place. He then asked her, was she a virgin? He told her he wasn't. He only hooked up with 2 girls. And then had the nerve, the audacity to ask her, if we do it, will you tell anyone? First of all, dude, what makes you think that I'm even about to give you up any cookies? And second of all, this is not kindergarten. We don't go around telling people what we did and what we don't do. Grow the hell up. So, Jada, he blocked you on Facebook. Maybe he did you a favor from blocking your Facebook, because if he got a piece of your ass and then blocked you, 9 times out of 10, he is not worth your time, okay? First of all, I do highly believe that he lied to you and talked about he had only 2 girls. Yeah, right. He probably had more than 2, and you're probably not the first one that he's blocked after he's got a piece of the ass, okay? Let's get that straight. Second of all, if you block me from any kind of social media or anything, I'm not fucking with you no more. I may tell you about yourself. Sometimes I might, sometimes I won't. However, if I decide not to tell you about yourself, it's because I'm not going to let you get me out of my own character. Because once I'm out of character, lo and behold, you better be aware. And I'm not going to embarrass myself to embarrass you. So at that point, the best thing for me to do is to ignore your foolishness and you at the same time. Now he's going around, running around town, telling people that he slept with you. So maybe he's never had a girl at all. Maybe he's so thrilled that he's had some that he doesn't know what to do with himself. Because what grown-ass man goes around telling anyone, yeah, I hit it, unless your name is Ray J and you're singing about Kim Kardashian. I'm pretty sure that Jacko doesn't have a record spinning out on anybody's turntable or any freaking iPod or Apple download. So he's not only an idiot, but he's desperate for attention because he's running around town telling everyone how he's hit it. You know what? He can say what he wants, and you can also say, yeah, he may have hit it, but it wasn't worth my time. Okay? Unfortunately, it's not really cool to go back for tit for tat. So if you do see him out in public, which you're probably going to see him again, I wouldn't spaz off in front of a crowd and let him have it, because like I said, don't embarrass yourself over some numbnut who's not really worth your time, okay? What you can do, though, is pull him to the side and read him like a card, or read him like you his mama, okay? But in a nice way. You don't have to raise your voice because, like I said, sometimes it's always best to be low-key and kept quiet. You get your point across a lot better than screaming at the top of your lungs. Trust me, I know this from being married, okay? It's not even worth it. Now, if you do see him out in public, you can, like I said, pull him aside. And if he doesn't want to be pulled aside and he's around his little group of friends and he's trying to act cool and what have you, what you can say to him is, you know what, I really don't appreciate you running around town telling everyone our business, our personal business. However, if you want to go around and tell everyone that, make sure that you tell them that you were not worth it, okay? Make sure you tell them that. And while you're at it, grow up. And then you can walk off. And you can say it calmly. At that point, if he's around his friends or whoever he's around, you've already blown his card and you've also humiliated him as well, just as the same he's doing to you. But if he decides to go ahead and walk off to the side with you like a man would do, then I would go ahead and read him his card and let him know how childish he is. Because running around town or running around telling your friends, yeah, I got some, is real childish. And nobody does that, okay? So maybe this was your first time ever getting laid, and you can also say that to him if he doesn't want to walk away. You can let him know. You're running around town telling everybody that you slept with me. Is it your first time ever getting some? Because you're acting like a 2-year-old child with a brand new toy. And do me a favor, stop running off at the mouth, because you weren't even all that. Now, if I was a dude and you said something to me like that, I think all my manhood and my ego would be crushed, and I probably wouldn't say anything else. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to tell me you have a little dick. All you have to do is say you're childish and you probably never got any. That's why you're running around town bragging about it. And if I were you, I wouldn't brag about it so much because you weren't even all that. And then walk off. He's an idiot. And I wouldn't even try to text him. I wouldn't even look his direction because, like I said, he did you a favor. It's sad to say that a lot of times they put their representative on, meaning when you first meet them, or just in general, they give you their representative because they want to lure you in and they want to get what they want to get from you. And then later on, the process goes on and you kind of filter them out and you realize that this is not the person that I really want to be around because he's a total jackass. I've had that experience, unfortunately, and I'm not going to bash my soon-to-be ex-husband because in the beginning he was great, but you're drinking and drinking is a constant turn-off to me. And I'm tired of picking up the pieces and trying to be the better person and trying to help you in your journey of life. You know, it's time to grow up. And I guess I've seen his representative for quite a long time. And then it slowly became the real him. It unraveled. And it's unfortunate that it had to go that way, but in a lot of relationships, in the beginning, you always see the representative. Sometimes they're out of that representative shell really quick, which is a blessing because you can see them without their disguise on. But sometimes, in my case, it's not really quick. And they kind of like shadow it with all kinds of broken promises or things that they're going to do or just in general bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, Jada, in your case, he was bullshitting you. You know, he was out to get one thing. And unfortunately, you were the victim in this. But you don't have to be for too long. And like I said, he did you a favor. And I honestly feel like he did. Because why would I want to be with anybody who ran around town telling me that I gave him a piece of pussy? Like, dude, really? You're a freaking lame ass if you got to run around town and tell people how you gave him. You got a piece. You must have never got none. You must have been a virgin. Okay? Me, I probably would have went in on him around his friends and in a low-key voice and said to him, you know what? Did you really go around town telling everybody how I gave you some ass? Dude, like, you are what? How old? 5 years old, running around bragging about it? You must have been a virgin because the way you was performing sure didn't seem like you knew what the hell you was doing. Did you inform them of that as well? Do yourself a favor and stop telling everybody your business because it's not even worth it. And then I would leave. That's how you kill them. Okay? So on that note, divas and divos, leave your opinions below for Jada. And if, like I said, you want a real talk segment, you can always hit me up at MuffinIsMyLovers2012@gmail.com. And make sure to put in the subject line real talk. And if you're wondering what's this lovely hair that I have, and it's actually like over 3 months old. And it is my hair from PerfectLocks.com, which is the steamed, relaxed, straight. And ladies, let me tell you, I freaking love this hair. I made it into a wig. So if you want a wig that's custom made or one already in stock, which are all custom made by your girl, some of them are full lace wigs that I've done reviews on, one review and wore it for 15 minutes and selling it. You can always check my site out at gonewiththewindwigs.weebly.com, and I'll post that for you guys below as well. So on that note, stay diva and divolicious, and if you're looking for some hair, be gone with the wind fabulous. So on that note, see you soon.